So, good morning. Oh, someone feed the cat. Feed the cat.
Confirmed.
There we go. Let's see, we'll move to Mobius, I think.
You're embarking on an unprecedented journey, the like of which can only be compared to pioneering discoveries and adventures undertaken by notable explorers such as the Jedi Luke Skywalker, Captain Solo and the Wookiee, Master Yoda and others. Endeavoring into the unknown.
Wow. Well, for those of you who don't know, I've gone and installed the voice packs. A lot of voice packs. I have a full crew aboard my ship.
All systems prepared.
All stations report.
Standing by.
Standing by.
Greetings.
I'm here.
I'm here.
So we have a whole load of people here that will help in my attempt to try and get some. Oh, how shall I put it? I'm trying to get some of these new fighters. So that means having to go and get blueprints. Because if I go and have a look at the current broker that I'm at the moment, I don't have any of these blueprints whatsoever. How people manage to get them so quickly, well, I'm only just jealous, to be honest. So if we go to contacts and we go to the technology broker, I could get any one of these class 1s, and most of these class 2s, to be honest. But I wouldn't mind a javelin. I wouldn't mind a trident, or I wouldn't mind a lance. So I need to get 3 of these Guardian vessel blueprints. Now apparently you have to do a lot of mucking about in order to get them. So that's going to be interesting. Excuse me for a little minute while I try and sort all this stuff out, which is... there we are. So, let's have a look around here, see what's the latest. I mean, this is 3.2. I haven't had a chance. Galaxy map. Galaxy map. Ah, for goodness sake. I put all this stuff in and no one's listening to me. Galaxy map. I've managed to suspend the listening. Galaxy map.
Galaxy map.
Okay, let's try this for the 4th time. Galaxy map. Oh dear. I think good old voice attack is having trouble with the Scottish accent again. Galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
Oh, you might have also noticed there's a ship's cat involved somewhere. Right, so one of the places we need to go is we apparently need to go to a beacon first. So this place is actually mentioned in the I don't think I've been to this one. This place is mentioned in the news that has come up in Galnet, so I don't feel too bad by heading out there. Oh, before I forget, I need to do a little bit of outfitting, I think. Yeah, definitely need to do a bit of outfitting before I go. Outfitting. Well, this is the new paint jobs. I couldn't help it. I kind of I put an iridescent dusk paint job, which looks quite nice. The only problem is these things now look a little, well, I don't know. Do I prefer it white or black? I think I still prefer the white actually. Anywho. Let's see. Optional internal. Now we have at the moment the cargo resistant ones. I don't want the cargo resistant ones. I'm just going to have a standard one here, which that'll do. And does that mean I just got rid of my... It probably does. Oh well. So we have our
It's not
advances.
that I don't like you. It's more a matter of caring enough to like anybody that's... well, stupid.
Oh, thank you, Minus. Minus and Midnight and Vasco will all chip in from time to time with their own observations of my piloting skills or their general hatred of me. It really doesn't do much good for your self-esteem. So we have... how many jumps to go? 19. I suppose that's alright. And up we come.
Docking clamps retracted. Observe station regulations on exit.
Unfortunately, the spring that handles the the yaw axis on my X52 has gone. So now it's gone from full digital to kind of analog. So I can just slowly turn it like that. It's not the same, but in some ways it actually feels better. Especially when driving. I can't explain it really. Gear up.
Gear up.
Go to hyperspace.
Unable to comply.
Okay, go to hyperspace. The temperamental sods sometimes.
All clear. Watch your 6, Commander.
Go to hyperspace.
Interstellar travel mode
go.
engaging now.
Initiating.
Hello,
Voice
Lennon.
control on.
Nice of you to join me. Oh, there's a cat in the background. Someone feed the cat. Apparently, if you don't have the cat,
Frame
then
shift now engaged. No anomalies detected.
for some
All
reason,
systems check out. No unusual activity.
Scanning now.
for some reason, I find it quite reassuring that I've got someone as condescending as Minus with me. I don't know why. I've also made the fatal mistake of now losing one of the my corrosive fuel scoops. 56. Oh, yeah, I used to have the 56. It did creak, and yeah. For some reason, that entire the joystick went funny, and I ended up giving it back to Snuffler. Well, Snuffler actually took it back, which I was quite appreciative of. I really had a problem with the throttle on the X50 and the X56. It always seemed too stiff. So at the moment, Commander Lennon, what I'm doing is I am heading out to
Hull
have a look at these.
integrity is within limits. All other
Beacons.
systems are at normal levels.
Thank you for joining.
Completing system scan for cartography.
Ooh, anything decent here today? Probably not. No. I'll just quite be happy to scan the sun and move on to the next thing.
Playing entry. Stand by.
Class M Star. Class M stars are red stars that form the bulk of the main sequence stars in the galaxy. Their mass is low, as is their surface temperature.
Thank you.
You're welcome, I suppose.
It does seem that my computer systems here do have an underlying sarcasm that I actually quite enjoy. Mostly sounds the same with the new version. Was that the X65? I mean, I'm still with the X52 Pro, which I actually still think is the best one. But I don't know whether or not they've discontinued it. Oh, and of course I've forgotten to calibrate
All
my
systems check out.
head tracker.
No unusual activity.
Hello, Darkstar 1.
Wine is a luxury
Scanning.
alcoholic beverage made from fermented grapes or other fruits. Due to the natural chemical balance, grapes ferment without the addition of sugars, acids, enzymes, water, or other nutrients. It is occasionally illegal because of the alcohol content in some jurisdictions.
Oh, you've got to love the voice attack, because it just sometimes does some wonderfully random things. Tell me about the Cobra.
The Cobra Mark III is a development of the original Mark I. Larger and more capable, it became popular quickly. The design was first manufactured by Cowell and McGrath Shipyard on lathe in 3100. The design has seen little change, even since Fulcon de Lacy rebranded it as one of their own after their takeover of the company. The Cobra costs around 380,000 credits and is available at most shipyards. The stock ship has 2 medium and 2 small weapon hardpoints along with 2 utility mounts. Under its hull, the ship generously gives you 3 size 4 and 3 size 2 internal compartments, with one of the size 4 compartments housing the ship's shield
Goes to
generator.
hyperspace.
The Cobra is the
Hyperspace
ideal
jump
jack of all
engaging.
trades if kitted out wisely. Its cargo holds are large enough for serious trading, while it's no slouch in the combat department either. Its reactor being larger than the de Lacy Viper Mark III allows it more freedom in what weapons to mount on it. However, due to its multi-role nature, the Cobra is a
Hyperspace.
master of none,
Checking
as a
systems now.
specialized ship would be far more effective for a particular role, although the Cobra does allow a pilot to
Scanning
be able
for
to find a
anomalies.
path for
None
themselves
detected.
with a reliable ship.
Completing system scan. Stand by. Cartography updated. Playing entry. Just a moment.
Class T star. Class
hate
T
these ones.
dwarfs are brown dwarfs with a surface temperature between 700 and 1300 Kelvin. They are sometimes known as methane dwarfs due to the prominence of methane in their composition. They're on the borderline between what might be considered to be a very large gas giant planet and a star.
That sounds very, very much like Jupiter, because Jupiter, I think in 2000, I don't know if anybody saw the Horizon documentary that was on the BBC lately, where they looked at Jupiter with all the latest stuff in from the probe from NASA, and it was fascinating. It's kind of like Jupiter was a sun that didn't happen. I know that Arthur C. Clarke explored that in 2010, where he actually turned
Maximum
Jupiter
velocity
into a
engaged.
star, but
All systems check out. No unusual activity.
Completing system scan.
never seen an Earth-like round one of these. I suppose it's impossible for an Earth-like to be round one of these. Really ought to
Playing entry.
well, not
Stand
much
by.
here.
Class TTS star. T-Tauri type stars are very young stars which are in the process of gravitational contraction. Take caution when traveling and using a refueling module. as the TTS appearance
Oh yeah,
often
definitely.
resembles
2010
M or
was an
K-class
unappreciated
stars.
movie, mostly because it explained 2001.
Extraordinary.
I really actually enjoyed that book. I wasn't too happy with 3001. I thought that was a bit of a stretch, but 2010 I really liked. And then there was, I think, 2061, which is the one I haven't read. It's on my to-do list.
Leaving system.
So, yeah, well, I might as well talk about the elephant in the room that's been happening to me for the last week.
Hyperspace. Checking systems now. Complete.
Last week,
Scanning for information.
there's to put it, beat no bones about it. I haven't been about mostly because I had a heart attack. And it wasn't what you expect. Heart attacks. This certainly one wasn't. To
Standing
me,
by.
it was just like really bad indigestion. Really bad indigestion. And yeah, it got worse and worse, and then eventually I had to call an ambulance. And then they took out
Cancelled.
an ECG, and then found that there was something really wrong with my heart, which... But it wasn't... You know how you see it on the telly? You see it with people just collapsing over and clutching their chest and going, ah! It wasn't like that at all. It's like sort of just a growing pain, like really bad indigestion on the left-hand side of your chest. And, yeah... Well, it turned out that I had a blockage in one of the arteries that was feeding into the heart. And for the last week and a bit, I have been effectively trying to recover. Which it's not easy, because you get used to doing things that you can't do anymore. For instance, I mean, I can do this absolutely fine, but 1 hour just walking around my local town centre, I was knackered. It's what happens when you're in hospital for a week, I suppose is one way of looking at it.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
So, you know, it can be difficult to deal with. Yeah, so I'm off work, unfortunately. So I've got to sort all that kind of stuff out. And yes, re-evaluating priorities seems to be top on the list.
Fuel scooping.
System map.
System cartography.
Oh, that looks a quite interesting little system. Wonder what that could be.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
It's 3,000 light seconds away. Let's go have a look at it. It's not an Earth-like, but it could be something. You'll have to excuse me, I do take Mirandering passes to try and find places, but yeah. I mean, I did the Ramtar mission before all this stuff kicked off, and I really enjoyed doing that. The main problem that I've got at the moment is, well, just pacing myself. Because, they've given me so many pills to have, and when the consultant talked to us about all this kind of thing, he didn't understand why I got one, to be honest. Because I'm reasonably fit, I'm reasonably young, the blood pressure's quite high. Well, it was very high at the time, but that seemed to be the only marker. And yeah, next thing I know, I am on a table, and what they do is this tiny little hole here. That is where they put a probe in, up in the artery. First of all, they flooded my entire blood vessels with a certain dye so that they could track or monitored the blood flow. And I had this machine spinning around me, which was very much like GLaDOS. I half expected it to start singing at me, put it that way. Although that could have been the drugs. Yeah. So, feed the cat.
All right then.
So what happened next was that they found where the blockage was. I'm finding all this stuff out now. It was absolutely fantastic, the technology. They then sent a wire all the way up my arm, all the way through my chest, navigated it. It was kind of like a little metallic snake. And it went all the way up there, and what they did was they found the blockage in the artery and inflated the artery with a little balloon. And then the entire the entire blockage went sort of whoosh, straight like that, and then took it out again. That took about an hour and a bit to sort out. Now, I'm not going to lie, because if they hadn't have done that, what would have happened would have been fatal, and that scares the bejesus out of you. It really does. One of the worst things about all this stuff as well is that I now know it's not over, because there is so much recovery to get through, which is a worry, because I don't know whether I'll get back to how I was before. I mean, I'm hoping to. People look at me and think, yeah, you should be fine. But, and this is a big but, I shouldn't really have been in this situation in the first place, which is what's confused everybody. So I have to take things easy. So a nice bit of exploration is probably exactly what I need. So that should be the sun there. So that's a nice little bit of exploring there.
Playing entry. Stand by.
Class M star. Class M stars are red stars that form the bulk of the main sequence stars in the galaxy. Their mass is low, as is their surface temperature.
Phenomenal.
We've got a sarcastic science officer who seems to be quite unhappy with Vega. But let's be honest, we'll call him Commander Data. Yep, sometimes you are just unlucky. And these kind of things happen. It could have been caused by a virus, it could be caused by, I don't know, stress at work. Got no idea. And yeah, so it's now a case of taking things easy and having to accept my limits. That's a horrible thing to say. Limits. You don't realise about them until they basically come along. I'll tell you one thing that oh, hang on. Oh, I'm fine. That's one thing that I am actually annoyed about in this game at the moment, is my ASP, is that in order to do this little run for the Guardians, I had to put a class 3 fuel scoop in, which is awful. It really is. I can't stand it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, and it's all about percentages and risk, Lennon. Yes, I'd completely agree. Sometimes, like I said, the consultant says, "Oh, this shouldn't happen to you," but it seems to have. With those kind of odds, I think I'd prefer to have the odds against the lottery, you know?
Safety protocols for exit.
Scanning now.
So yeah, that's me. Recovering from obviously something not as nice as I'd want to.
Playing entry. Stand by.
Class TTS star. T-Tauri type stars are very young stars which are in the process of gravitational contraction. Take caution when traveling and using a refueling module, as the TTS appearance often resembles M or K class stars.
Phenomenal.
Frameshift drive charging.
So how many jumps have we got left now? 12. Oof. That is one problem with this, is this bit is you have to go out so far. It takes me about an hour in this ship. Then I'll do the scanning, and then I've got to go do it again and again and again.
Key systems are at optimum levels, readying for exit.
Completing system scan. Stand by.
Oh, 17 in here. What have we got here then? Big gas giants. People have managed to get them. To be honest, I'm not really bothered about people tagging these things. I thought it would be nice every now and again to get one for myself. But I suppose I have to go about 3,000, 4,000 light years away now before I can get my name on my on a star these days. I mean, these will be well-travelled routes. And around we go.
Warning, temperature critical.
Then we'll do one more pass and then head in. I'll do. Three-quarters of a tank will be alright.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I used to be really concerned. I always used to fill the tank, but
Drive charging.
these days I can't be bothered. Another Class T star coming up. Oh, great.
Jumping to next system. Hyperspace velocity reached.
Well, thanks for joining me, Commander Lenin. Have fun shopping, have fun voting, and
Safety protocols
nice
for exit.
Thanks for joining me.
Compiling data for cartography.
Ooh. Not much in this system either. Bet there's a whole lot of... Yeah. Well, that might be worth scanning. Just to get out of the way. Got a fast scanner. My scanner is engineered so that it scans as fast as it can, which I think is a godsend as far as this is concerned. The T-class star, that's 11,000, but that one, there we go. Oh, I think the cat just caught a rat. Look what a rat's doing on my ship when I keep it that clean, I got no idea. Go to hyperspace.
Interstellar travel mode engaging now.
Hello, Stone Dogs. Nice of you to join us.
Entry guidance computations complete. Frameshift now engaged. No anomalies detected. Safety protocols for exit.
Scanning.
About to head out to the Guardian probe. Do you need cargo space? No, I've got enough, I think. Thanks for offering. Oh, system map.
System map.
Playing entry. Stand by.
Class M star.
I don't think I'll go
Class
for that
M
one.
stars are red stars that form the bulk of the main sequence stars in the galaxy. Their mass is low, as is their surface temperature.
Let's see, I've got
Fascinating.
8 tons of normal cargo space and 2 tons of corrosive free, so I should be fine. Do I need a cargo rack? Yes, you do. You will need a cargo rack if you're going out to the beacons, because there is stuff there that you will need to take with you in order to get the blueprints. I take it you're after fighter blueprints. And round and round we go. Let's see. 9 jumps till I get to my target. Let's see, what else have we got? Modules. Yeah, I got beam lasers. That'll do. Yes, 2 tons is enough, or should I bring more? Well, I personally, it depends on what you're doing. If you are doing the Ramtar mission, then I would say yes, you need to take the... Oh, hello. What's this? Ooh, I've got something here. I'm gonna have to go and investigate this. I would say that you would need the corrosive racks, but if you're not doing the Ramtar missions, then an 8 or an 8 would probably be fine. Mostly because what you'll find is orbs are very, very important for that. But mostly carrying those relics. There are relics that are ejected by
Commander, what are your orders?
I've got a
We should
small
collect
one.
everything we can.
Cargo scoop.
Deployed.
Just unlocking blueprints at the moment. Well, in that case, I would recommend a bit more than just a 2, maybe a 4 or an 8. But oh, hang on. But that's because I like doing this, which is basically scooping up this to help pay for the trip, to be honest. Alright, we've been here. And we're off again. Go to hyperspace.
Interstellar travel mode. Engaging now.
Ah, there we go. So if you're just unlocking the blueprints, yeah, you'll be fine with the 2, 4, or an 8. I don't think you need anything more than that. I did the Ramtar mission a couple of weeks ago, just before I had to take a drop out.
Checking systems now. Complete. Key systems are at optimal levels. Readying for exit. Now.
Scanning for information.
I must admit, when you're actually exploring, these voice packs just breaks the monotony so much. I've got 8 left.
Playing entry. Stand by.
Ooh,
Class M star. Class M stars are red stars that form the bulk of the main sequence stars in the galaxy. Their mass is low, as is their surface temperature.
Extraordinary.
so that's just right behind us. That's another unidentified signal source. Convoy. convoy dispersal pattern. What's in one of those? I'm really tempted now to find out what it is. I've never gone into one of these before. It just didn't seem all that appropriate. Oh. Oh yeah, I must admit, when I'm doing the trip to Colonia on the Xbox, I really do miss the voice packs and a lot of other things. Because, you know, it does make...
Awaiting further instructions.
This could be trouble.
Dumping this junk is the only way we can recover our behind. So they've gone and left a whole load of chemical waste. Ah. A dolphin. And a Type 6. I could blow these guys away for that. Shall I? You know what? Nah. As much as I'd want to, I think I'll leave it. Unless they fire on me first. But I must admit, I've never seen this one before. There's a first. Alright, go to Super Cruise.
Engaging cruise.
Charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel scooping.
Just fuel scoop round here. And go to Y2 Puppies. I thought I said Y2 Puppies. Oh dear.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Gotta take my mind out my gutter.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, it's a Class B star. So that means I'll be able to get plenty of fuel from there. All stations report.
Leaving system.
Reporting for duty.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Greetings.
I'm here.
Oh, just to have Tom Baker just saying stuff in your voice.
Temperatures are at an
Fantastic.
acceptable level.
Scanning now.
Ooh, that's not as many as I thought. Oh, now what could this one be? It's only 4,000 light seconds away. I could take a detour. It's already been tagged by Sly Nasty, but if... And I suspect, if that one is an Earth-like, is worth an absolute fortune.
Fuel scooping.
And we want absolute fortunes here. So trying to get my Explorer rank to Elite before there's a certain Ed Lewis. He's trying to get to Elite in Exploration, and I think he's actually closer than I am.
Temperature critical.
But I want to get to the Elite Exploration before him. I've got opportunities now, I've got time.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Oh, no, don't want to do that. So that was a B star we've passed. This is an A star we're approaching. So let's look at the system map. All of them are decent planets. And what could that be? Oh, no, that looks like volcanic activity there. But not as much as that. Wow, look at those two. We've got 7 jumps until we get to the beacon. which, you know, I can manage. How are we doing for time? So, yeah, probably be able to do this till about 11:30. I mean, I quite like the exploring side of things because it's chilling. It is like the fishing and the mining. There's something zen about it. I'm not really, due to obvious reasons, I'm not really into the combat side just yet. Not until I've got some decent Guardian. That might be a water world then. That looks like a water world to me, which is still worth a lot of money. Right. Wonder what Vega's got to say about that. One of the things that I do have a problem with the voice packs is that some of the commands are not exactly intuitive. I have to set up my own. And the main issue with that is I keep on forgetting them, to be honest. I keep on forgetting what the commands are for half the things that we need to do. Mostly in combat, because I haven't used it in combat yet.
Playing entry.
Oh, it's metal
Just a
rich.
moment.
Metal-rich planet. High metal content worlds like this have a large metallic core with plentiful metallic ores even at the surface. In places, especially
Playing
around
entry.
areas of past
Just
or
a
current
moment.
volcanism or liquid erosion, planet. Some higher metal can be found in their elemental form have a large metallic mining core is therefore very metallic ores even at the surface. So these worlds are highly valuable. In places, especially around areas of past or current volcanism or liquid erosion, some higher metals can be found in their elemental form too. Mining is therefore very efficient, so these worlds are highly valued.
Well, there you have it.
Extraordinary.
So we've got that one, and we've got... Yeah, we've got that one done. Is it? Or is it that one? No, it's that one. Yeah. Sulfur dioxide. That one's got no atmosphere, but I can't land on it.
Playing entry. Stand by.
Metal-rich planet. High metal content worlds like this have a large metallic core with plentiful metallic ores even at the surface. In places, especially around areas of past or current volcanism or liquid erosion, some higher metals can be found in their elemental form too. Mining is therefore very efficient, so these worlds are highly valued.
Oh well, at least that'll be something
Extraordinary.
when I finally check all this data in. So, unexplored. Come on, come on, come on. See, that's another thing about the voice packs. Because the voice packs are so intuitive about these kind of things, I end up enjoying exploring again. Now, that is something I'm looking forward to in the Q4 update. Now, do probes show on your nav panel? I don't know yet, because I haven't been out to one. If it's anything like the actual Guardian
Playing
structures...
entry.
Oh, hang on.
Stand by.
Metal-rich planet. High metal content worlds like this have a large metallic core with plentiful metallic ores even at the surface. In places, especially around areas of past or current volcanism or liquid erosion, some higher metals can be found in their elemental form too. Mining is therefore very efficient, so these worlds are highly valued.
Maybe I should find the switch to turn that down, not on every single one. Now, I'm assuming that the probes, or these Guardian beacons that I'm looking for, they'll appear within 1,000 light seconds, like they do on the planets. I'm hoping so, anyway. Right, so that's one. And there's t'other. So is that the one we've got scanned at the moment?
Playing entry. Just a moment.
Metal-rich planet.
Ah, they're all just metal
High
rich.
metal content worlds like this have a large metallic
Carbon
core
dioxide rich.
with plentiful metallic
And no
ores even at
atmosphere.
the surface. In places, especially around areas of past or current volcanism or liquid erosion, some higher metals can be found in their elemental form too. Mining is therefore very efficient, so these worlds are highly valued.
I mean, I could go down to that planet and
Phenomenal.
get some materials, but I think I want to head on, crack on and get the bloody cat. Well, it doesn't like me saying bloody cat, does it? Feed the cat.
Affirmative, Commander.
I'm so glad this isn't Dockers, because that could mean so many meanings. Right, so we're going to get some fuel here and then move on to the next system. I think we've spent too long here.
Fuel
There
scoping.
we go.
Initiating. Voice control on.
The signal source. Degraded emissions detected. Right, that's where we're going. Should be okay. Might have another data cache here, which is worth a lot of cash. Slow down, it says. Yeah, I'm trying to. And loop of shame. Oh, it's so bright, actually.
Awaiting orders.
It's a small
There
data
are
set.
items here we could use.
Okay. Cargo scoop.
Deploying.
Something big blew up here. Oh, up a bit. In it goes. Cargo scoop.
Retracted.
Ooh. There's the paint job in all its glory. Oh, I love what they've done with it. Whee! Oh, that looks fantastic. I'm looking forward to really seeing the one on the Clipper, but yeah. Oh, it's behind the star. Right, go to Super Cruise. Okay.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scooping.
Hello. 7 jumps.
Fuel scooping complete.
A full fuel tank. Right, let's crack on. Go to hyperspace.
Frameshift
Interstellar travel mode engaging now.
Oh, it's a T star. No fuel there. Tell me about the Anaconda.
The Anaconda was originally manufactured
Jumping
in
to next
2856 by Relina Galactica. After numerous mergers, the
Hyperspace
design has weathered
velocity
it all
reached.
with few changes, as it tops off Jalacy's selection of products. Some
All
smaller
systems
navies
check
take
out. No
advantage of the
unusual
Anaconda's
activity.
versatility, using it in
Scanning for information.
Ooh, quite a big system, this, for a T-star. Nothing of interest, though. Just make
Playing
sure I get
entry.
that.
Just a moment.
Class TTS star. T-Tauri type stars are very young stars which are in the process of gravitational contraction. Take caution when traveling and using a refueling module, as the TTS appearance often resembles M or K class stars.
Go to hyperspace.
Hyperspace jump.
Drive charging.
All stations report.
reporting for duty.
Standing by.
I'm here.
Entry guidance computations complete.
Standing by.
Maximum velocity engaged. Safety protocols for exit.
One of the fun things about
Scanning.
using the voice packs is when you get hyper-addicted, the voice packs are able to detect that you're getting hyper-addicted, and yeah, they respond accordingly, which is a bit scary. Ooh, hello. It may have been spotted by Sledgehammer, but I think I want to tag that gas giant as well. Oh, hang on. Let's scan him first. Oh, you went to the wrong system. Ah, there you are. Navigational genius, eh, Stone Dogs?
Fuel scooping.
I do like that when people sort of say, oh, I can't find it. Oh, wrong system. It's a big galaxy. It's an easy mistake to make. Oh, down we go. There we are.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Now, hopefully, this will start scanning at about 500 light seconds. And 5 jumps. Admittedly, we'd probably be there by now if I didn't stop and do these things, but what the heck. What have I got? What am I doing with the tantalum and palladium? Oh, for goodness sake, I forgot to sell it when I got to the last place. Oh, idiot. See? It's not just you. Yeah. That could have probably got me an extra half a light year or something like that in jump range. Pfft. How are we doing for time? Yeah. Probably do until about 11:30 and then call it a day. I was only 800 light years out. 800 light years out? Oh, that's a little bit out.
Playing entry. Just a moment.
Gas giants. Class 1 or Jovian gas giants have primarily hydrogen and helium atmospheres. Coloration comes from clouds in the upper atmosphere of ammonia, water vapor, hydrogen sulfide, phosphine, and sulfur. The temperature at the top of their upper cloud layers is typically less than 150 Kelvin.
Fascinating.
Go to hyperspace.
Hyperspace jump.
That's a K class, that's good. No, I must admit, when I watched the Horizons program on Jupiter, it was fascinating because you saw it's not just orange
Vectors.
and brown and with the red spot. If you go to the poles, it's blue, and they can see genuine clouds like our clouds in the upper atmosphere.
Safety protocols for exit.
You wouldn't want to go there because the
Scanning
radiation
now.
is lethal. Oh, that looks. Those will be metal planets. Those will be boring ice balls. That'll be an ice ball we can. That'll be a metal planet that we can scan and land on. But you know what? I don't think I want to go there. Don't think I want to go there at all. Let's see. Oh yeah. 4 jumps.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Another M-class. That's good fuel. So how many jumps have you got to go, Stone Dogs, before you find your beacon? How much is 800 light years to you?
Jumping to next system.
Because that's about 15
Frame
light
shift
years,
drive
15
engaged.
jumps to me.
Key systems are at optimum levels. Readying for exit.
Ooh,
Scanning.
there's a very close star just then. Ooh, huge system this. Wow. That is massive. That one there might be a terraformable. But I haven't got time to
Fuel scooping.
look, to be honest. Not if I'm going to get there before I have to sign out. It's a bit of a shame. I'll do.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Got a hyperspace.
Hyperspace
Drive
jump.
charging.
What a T-class. You see, this is the thing about the Anaconda. As much as everyone likes to run to it, and I know how adaptable and,
Entry guidance computations complete.
you know, how adaptable and how big the jump range can be and how you can make it into a battleship, I don't like flying it. I've flown it a couple of times.
Scanning for anomalies.
It just
None
doesn't do it
detected.
for me.
Scanning for information.
I'm not criticizing the ship, it's just not for me. Holy, what the heck's that? I don't think I've seen that kind of gas giant before. Oh well. So you're talking about it's only about 8 jumps or so with that thing. Especially if you come across a neutron star on the way over. Or with some jumponium, you're not far off at all.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, another T-class. Oh, I've got enough fuel, I'll be fine.
4.
Leaving system.
You just get used to flying the Anaconda. Yeah, I know. It's just sometimes
Frameshift drive engaged.
I like popping into an Eagle just for a laugh. I mean, admittedly, don't get me wrong, the
All
fighters are
systems check out.
fantastic.
No unusual activity.
But there are times you just think,
Gathering information. Cartography
I want a
updated.
ship that's fun.
Playing entry. Just a moment.
Class TTS star. T Tauri-type stars are very young stars which are in the process of gravitational contraction. Take caution when traveling and using a refueling module, as the TTS appearance often resembles M or K-class stars. Extraordinary.
I'll agree with the fuel scoop. A fuel scoop that large is a godsend, because I'm the same thing. I've had to put a class 3 fuel scoop on this one when I normally have a class 6. Oh, hello. What have we got here? Degraded emissions. I think we'll pop by this one. Just to see what's that. And yeah, the fueling up and just one pass of the star, you've got your tank back full again and off you go. That's fantastic. I missed that with this, but because of all the other stuff I've got to put on here with the extra SRVs, I haven't found a balance for the ASP yet that I'm happy with when doing these Guardian ruins. There's always feels like, you know, there's components which have been wasted. I've had to put...
Awaiting orders.
There are items here we could use.
Yes, there are. Never turn down free materials. Especially when you don't. I've seen them about for a while. I mean, admittedly, these are sort of, what, class 4 ones? Not... But still. Don't turn them down. Ooh. Let's be the X-52's. Cargo scoop.
Retracted.
Go to hyperspace.
Hyperspace jump.
Now, one of the reasons I'm getting used to using voice attack is because I found it invaluable with the Vive. I have been lent a Vive to muck about with, and it's phenomenal. But managing the ship without
engaged.
voice attack in a Vive is so difficult.
Safety protocols for exit.
Right.
Compiling data for cartography.
Ooh, getting too close. There we are. Look, a Guardian beacon. Well, first of all, scan the star.
Playing entry. Just a moment.
Class M star. Class M stars are red stars that form the bulk of the main sequence stars in the galaxy. Their mass is low, as is their surface temperature.
Extraordinary.
Right.
On.
Lights off.
Lights off.
Right, so there's the Guardian beacon.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
We'll do just a little bit of scanning on the way out. Why not? And it's an M-class star, which is good because that means I can. Well, that's a bit too far away. Where's that one? Oh, that's direct there. Oh, I got that one. That one should be... Oh, it's right behind us. It's not that one. It's got to be that one. Oh no, because it's in space, you idiot. Okay. I've got that one. He's right behind me. Which we've already got. Where's this one?
Playing entry. Stand by.
High metal content planet. A metal-rich world with metallic core. Worlds like this can have metallic ores near the surface in places, especially around areas of
Lights
past
off.
volcanism.
Off.
Phenomenal.
System map.
Displaying map.
So there is quite a lot here. So that's an anarchy rocky world. And we have the Guardian Beacon. I'm quite surprised about this, that it doesn't have any protection. I would have hoped it would have had, I don't know, some kind of Guardian fighters, but obviously not. Right, so this is the first time I've ever seen one of these, so bear with me. I think I got a rough idea what to do. Deploy weapons.
Hardpoints.
Lock targets.
Target locked.
Right. Same music as when you're going around the okay. Ooh. Wow. I didn't even see those. Right.
On.
Lights off.
Off.
Python pylon charged. Okay.
That's already done.
These look like guns, they really do. 2 minutes. Right, so I've now activated the beacon. Wow. Ooh. Right, so that's that scanned. What's this say? Encrypted targets selected, decoding sequence. That is getting very close. Oh, and there we have an ancient key. Cargo scoop.
The cargo scoop deployed.
Oh my goodness, how the heck do you get this? Oh. Oh, having a little bit of trouble here. Cargo scoop.
Retracted.
Boost. Right. So, in our inventory we have an ancient key. Oh, pity there's no details about it. But according to this, Guardian structure detected at sync.
Deploying.
I said that word and it is deployed something I didn't want it to. That's the one downside of voice attack. Right, so now that I've detected where I need to go next, I think I'm going to leave that there and come back to it at a later point. So I'd like to just say thanks to Commander Lennon and Commander Stone Dogs for joining me on this little trip. Because yeah, I do appreciate the company, fellas. Yeah, I'll catch everyone next time. Cheers.